Actually, we're back with a title of its own. 9 strict fashion rules K-pop idol must follow. We know how K-pop can be sometimes.
Yeah.
With ideas that it has and something like that, the follow-ups. So it's 9 strict fashion rules.
One thing K-pop is
So
known
let's see
for
what's
is that
behind
idols
this
must
video,
follow a
bro.
very strict set of rules. Be it the no dating ban, the no drinking and smoking clause, they have to stick to these rules to secure scandal-free careers. But what's really shocking is that
they need to either be sneaky about it.
must also follow strict and at times strange rules regarding their fashion. What comes as a surprise is that idols actually aren't allowed to keep the clothes they wear. The way this usually goes is that each group gets their outfits specifically designed for their comeback and promotion, so in most cases, they wear unique outfits. Once the group wraps up their promotional activities, the clothes are then handled in various ways, and the former K-pop idol Christine Park shared what usually happens with them. There are several options. One, the company keeps them in an archive or discards them if it's not worth the trouble of preserving them. Two, the stylist and designer who made them can purchase them back and then resell them or reuse them for their new designs. And lastly, if the clothes were sponsored products, it's most likely that the brand or fashion house takes them back and keeps them in their own storage. Only in very special cases do idols actually keep the clothes they wear, but it's not as tragic as you may think for these celebrities. They don't have enough space in their personal wardrobes to keep all of their outfits that they have worn over the years, so they're usually very happy to get rid of the clothes they had to wear on stage.
Like imagine us keeping a Coachella, like.
Unique and special items.
But I think it must happen to like
also wear clothes that the
newer
idols
groups,
wore
right?
during their promotions. On fashionchingu.com, you can select your favorite group or your bias, and
yes, then you can follow us on our Patreon as well.
they're usually obliged to wear the brand's clothes at all times. A great example is Stray Kids' Hyunjin, who signed a deal with Versace in 2023. This collaboration secured his spot as one of the most influential ambassadors. Ever since he became Versace's muse, he's basically wearing nothing else but their clothes. What's even more shocking is that Donatella Versace even made sure that Hyunjin was dressed in Versace from head to toe during the Stray Kids tour, as we could see in a behind-the-scenes video. However, Hyunjin is not the first successful brand ambassador. G-Dragon pretty much started the whole craze when he began promoting Chanel as part of his airport fashion, and then became the brand's first Asian ambassador. But it was the Blackpink members who became the go-to idols for the luxury brands. Blackpink stylist Choi Kyung-won personally spoke on the matter and revealed that before Blackpink, brands like Alexander McQueen and Balenciaga had never even considered sponsoring idols to wear their clothes at the airport or at celebrity events. This changed once the Blackpink members gained so much popularity that the brands basically started to fight over them, and the members could choose who they wanted to collaborate with. And while more idols are getting
That's
sponsored
easier
to
to
wear
do when you're as a big
certain
like
clothes,
artist
there's an
thing.
interesting rule that says that sometimes the idols must wear clothes somebody else had already worn before
Whoa.
them. We've already mentioned Christine Park, and she herself revealed that for new groups who come from very small companies, the wardrobe and styling are especially pricey. Not only do they have to sometimes wear their own clothes for interviews and smaller appearances, but they also get some hand-me-downs from other companies and idols. Christine shared that the stylist for her group, Lady, was also the stylist for Mamamoo and Sistar, so sometimes they would wear the same clothes just mixed together with various pieces. According to Christine, the reason why this happens is the same clothes just mixed together with various pieces. According to Christine, the reason why this happens is that stylists usually have a certain budget and they cannot exceed it, so they have to rotate the clothes they purchased among multiple groups until they change the wardrobe again. Although these clothes get washed and cleaned after idols wear them, it's not the same story for jewelry. Christine revealed that it often happens that jewelry also gets shared between various groups. But what's so bad about this is that the pieces are usually not cleaned at all, and the idols must wear them without knowing who had them on before. It may not sound like a big deal, but it actually can cause a lot of problems for idols, especially if jewelry was made from cheap materials. Skin irritation and allergic reactions are common occurrences when the jewelry doesn't get cleaned and makes the idols feel uncomfortable. What you're probably wondering about is if the idols can wear clothes that they want, or if they must strictly wear only what they're given. Well, this is different for every group, but if we try to generalize it, the stylists try to take into consideration the idol's individual character, but in the end, they have the final say. Blackpink stylist shared that her way of styling the members is to create looks that cater to each girl's personality while also looking harmonious together. Sometimes it also happens that idols have certain things they dislike. Such was the case for Big Bang's T.O.P., who hated wearing revealing clothes.
That's Thanos, bro.
Knew that they had to for Big Bang's T.O.P., who hated wearing revealing clothes, and so the group stylist knew that they had to pick outfits for him that wouldn't show too much of his skin. Sadly, not every idol is as lucky when it comes to styling like Blackpink and Big Bang. There are groups who were forced to wear outfits which they absolutely hated. For example, 9muse's Sarah shared that she believes that she was kicked out of the group after she raised a concern over the revealing outfits their company wanted them to wear. Sarah vented to the company staff that she disliked using suggestive and provocative clothing to attract attention. She said, "Putting on skimpy outfits was extremely distressing to me. I could not help thinking that I was what I wore." Similarly to Sarah, the members of Stellar refused to wear the outfits their company gave them for their song Vibrato, but the company pressured them into doing so. The members actually straight up rejected the outfits and told the staff that they would not wear them. However, their agency insisted and told them to at least try them on and wear them just to test the camera. The company agreed with the members' sentiment after seeing them in the outfits, and they promised them not to use the photos. But the girls woke up to a nasty surprise when they saw that the company used the photos for promo. A rule that makes idols very uncomfortable is that even if they get an outfit that doesn't fit properly, they usually need to push through and overcome the pain for a short while. This is especially painful when it happens with shoes.
Yeah, like such
Christine shared that
things.
she's experienced this on several occasions. However, it's in everyone's interest to get clothes that fit properly to avoid slip-ups on the stage. For example, if the clothes are too small, a strap may tear off or a button may come flying, which results in an embarrassing situation. This isn't always the stylist's fault, though. When the stylist gets the idol's measurements, they specifically make clothes for their body. But what often happens is that the weight of the idols fluctuates, and if they gain some during the promotion, some pieces may suddenly be too tight. That's one of the reasons why idols are often asked to remain on a diet or at least watch over their weight during promotions. This doesn't seem to be that big of a problem for idols of the current generation, as they're usually wearing oversized clothes and barely anything tight. One of the most shocking rules, though,
Yeah, I just love it nowadays. They can like go on stage with the same clothes. They like go to studio with.
Though, is that male idols must wear some covering diagonally through their chest if they're performing without a shirt on, or if they're planning to reveal their chest during a performance on TV. The reason why this seemingly ridiculous rule came to be is that the broadcasting companies have their own regulations and don't allow male idols to show 2 nips at a time. They can show only one. If revealing their chest is part of their choreography, they have only 2 options. One, they can first reveal one side and then the other, or they can wear a strap across their chest and take off their shirt completely. Ateez has performed multiple times like that just because of this specific rule. EXO's Kai had to also perform this way, and it's also rumored that Taemin's performance for Guilty got flagged for this very reason because he showed both of his chest sides while dancing. Of course,
The performance got literally flagged.
not to the group's concerts or other performances. Another rule that will probably surprise you is that female idols are usually required to wear padding. Despite the fact that the companies often demand their female idols be very skinny, they also push on them an unrealistic body image. For example, it's a common practice that they wear bra padding and also hip padding, oftentimes both at the same time. Christine Park said that there was probably no performance where Blady didn't wear padding. However, it's not just small groups that are required to do this. Red Velvet members were also forced to wear padding, and so did AOA among many other groups. What's actually crazy is that not even male idols can avoid this. Some male idols were suspected of wearing chest padding to make it look like they have larger muscles. For example, NCT's Taeyong is known for being on the skinnier side, so it was pretty shocking to see him with a very defined chest when he was wearing a sports shirt. That's why netizens believe that he wore chest pads. When it comes to female idols, though, they're also required to wear one more thing, and that's safety shorts. Since so many girl groups are dressed in short skirts, they wear protective shorts, which are usually black.
This is a must, right?
In the photos. And even though these safety shorts help them avoid some big faux pas, sometimes it's a very ridiculous look to see a skirt or shorts being smaller than the safety shorts. It makes you wonder whether the garment serves any purpose at that point. One thing
I get like the sponsoring thing, like being from a small group and having fast clothes. I'll actually actually get that in some sort of ways. It's like you don't have the budget, or and we know being an idol sometimes can be super expensive, or how expensive it can be to like a different point. So like having to wear padding and stuff like that, this is kind of like insane. That was the most disturbing one in my opinion.
Like the ones that have the part with Hygiene that he has to like wear Versace, and this kind of deals like they are understandable because you're an ambassador. Like most of you gonna just wear this stuff. Like this is what you're getting paid for. But I don't really understand the part of the jewelry. I think that's the most of the part. You don't really need the jewelry, like to wear each other's jewelry. That's, as it said, it can be dangerous for people, whatever. And when the company forces like the idols to wear stuff that they don't like those poor girls with
that
that
one's
dress,
fucked up.
that's messed up.
Yeah, and the last one with the pattern, it was just.
Yeah, that's one. The padding one was pretty bad, but
Yeah.
that's just like it must be harsh for smaller group because when you make like blackpink and stuff like that, I at least don't think you can wear anything. I mean, for small performances, sorta like for
Yeah.
world tours, just even wearing their own hoodies and having fun. But for a small group that's not like doesn't have the shoulder to lay on or doesn't have the budget,
But I
they
think,
just like getting controlled.
I think the labels sometimes not sometimes but a lot of times they really like money that much that they try to take it like to the extreme. Like some groups are on the big labels, there is no reason for them to wear like each other's clothes. The label most likely can cover that budget, and most likely the profit gonna come back when they reach the full potential, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, tell us your opinions on these scenarios. What do you think? There are some worse ones. If there are worse ones, since you know how bad sometimes K-pop can be, lay your opinion over down and see that.